These two games are called Braid, which can be found, downloaded, and played on the Steam network, and Shattered, which is an online sprite-based game being showcased on GameStarMechanic.com. The pacing of both games is extremely leisurely. Neither game will pressure you to complete it in any certain amount of time. You will notice in the actual gameplay of Braid that at times the game itself, along with the main characters, rewind. This is actually a very key element of the game. Although the controller scheme that you can use during the game is a gamepad controller or a keyboard, I chose to utilize a keyboard with the standard control scheme using the arrow buttons as directional controls and the spacebar to jump, much the same as it is with the game Shattered. However, by holding down the shift key, you will find in the game Braid, you can actually rewind time at the very moment that you realize you have done something incorrectly and are ready to try it again, putting what you've just learned into practice in the process of clearing each board. In Braid, the goal is to navigate each board, avoiding the monsters and collecting puzzle pieces that once completed unlock more levels of the game. Shattered, on the other hand, while you're still navigating the board and avoiding monsters, the rest of the gameplay is not so complicated. You simply must collect all the 3,000 orbs available to the player. Both of these games really bring out the performance before competence learning principle that James Paul Gee speaks about so often when talking about gaming and education. There isn't much to know when it comes to playing Shattered. When playing Braid, however, there's a great many lessons to learn, each of which is important to the completion of each level. But don't worry about missing these lessons, as you can simply rewind and do it all over again. In fact, without making a mistake, you can't win the game. Since the story of the game Shattered is a simple one, you get the story from the very beginning, whereas with Braid, the story is more complex and unfolds as you play the game. Both games are very fun for leisurely playing and challenging for your brain. However, if you're looking for a depth of story and a renewed sense of accomplishment every time you play, Braid wins hands down over Shattered, which is a good game to play if you only have just a few minutes of which to have fun. Maybe a game break during your day at work. The perspective on time that is gained and used while playing Braid is very much a unique feature, and as such I extremely urge you to try this game so that you can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. The fuss is all over the web about this new mechanic.